For all your pastry, bakery and quality food, CK Restaurant is the only place to be. We do catering for birthdays, weddings and all related services. We have all kinds of local foods, American, European and even beyond. Come and have a taste of our local juice, ebe and other services.
The Chief Justice will be invited to proceed to the podium for the administering of the oaths. That will be followed by His Lordship, the Chief Justice, inviting His Excellency, the President, to the podium to take oaths of office, secrecy, and allegiance, ushering him into office for a second term. That will be followed by His Excellency, the President of the Republic, remaining on the podium for the national anthem. Then the President will return to the presidential base to be followed by the parade, wherein the parade commander will invite His Excellency, the President of the Republic, to inspect. Then we will see both slow and quick time, advance and review order. There will be 3 cheers to congratulate the President on his inauguration. Then we will witness the marching of the forces on parade. There'll be another brief musical by the National Ensemble led by Jaliba Kuyate. And then a poem will be recited by Safia Tujuf. The poem is titled "The River We Drink as It Gleams." That will be followed by the President's inaugural address. That is the program for today, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your attention. Ladies and gentlemen, in attendance with the President of Togo, Monsieur Fall Nyasi, the President of Senegal, Monsieur Macky Sall, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, the President of Ghana, Nana Akufo-Addo, the President of Liberia, George Weah, the President of Sierra Leone, Julius Maada Bio, and the President of the Islamic Republic of Mauritania, Mohamed Ould Ghazouani, and the President of Guinea-Bissau, Umaru Sissoco Embalo. These are the visiting heads of state to witness the inaugural ceremony of His Excellency President Adama Barrow.
Welcome to the Independence Stadium. This is the live inaugural address, the live inauguration of President Adama Barrow, who has just been re-elected at the in the December 4th presidential election. We are live at the Independence Stadium, bringing you proceedings. Right now, you've seen images from the airport featuring the arrival of the sitting presidents. We've had 5 presidents arrive yesterday, 2 has arrived recently, and 1 more has just touched. That's the president of Nigeria. We've seen Nigerian Air Force. That's the president of Nigeria. We're expecting him to alight from the airport. I am Mustafa Sisa here on the commentary board, and my colleague Buba.
Thank you very much, Mustafa. So we welcome everyone. If you are just watching, this is Kerr, and we are broadcasting live from the Independence Stadium. As my boss, my head boss, Mustafa, just mentioned. So as you are seeing in the images, we are witnessing the arrival of course, some of the presidents that are just arriving this morning in the capital of course, Banjul. We've of course witnessed the arrival of some of the presidents of other countries that arrived in the country yesterday. So of course today also we are receiving them. So we can say there are a lot of presidents from the south of West Africa that are attending. They are attending. It's one of the most important inauguration of the president of the Republic of the Gambia, that is President Adama Barrow. Remember, this is his first time in the Gambia, but then we can say he was inaugurated the last time, Mr. If you remember. That was in Senegal. We can say he's in the Gambia because the embassy in Senegal is in the premises of the Gambia. And then this one is definitely a very special point because he's having it here at the Independence Stadium, and he has won the second time after defeating, of course, the oppositions here in the last presidential election, 53%. So I think it's one of the best moments for the president.
Thank you very much, Buba. That's very interesting. And of course, today is a historic day. And remember, this is a dictate of the Constitution that if a president is elected, he needs to be sworn in before he starts formally presiding over matters of the state as president. So there we have the Nigerian Air Force task, and we're expecting the President Muhammad Buhari to come out of the aircraft, and then the usual ceremonies take place. So Buba, looking at the situation here at the Independence Stadium, we are just 19 days into the year 2022.
That's right.
And we have this is something that is precedented for the fact that we've seen a lot of people attending this all from the rural area. You've seen a lot of people from the rural area who have just come to the stadium here to attend this. This is something that is laudable, and it seems this is not it's from the look of things now. It's not political. It's a national issue.
Yeah, this is a national issue, and it's a very important day for the Gambia. It's a very important day for everyone. It's a very important day for every citizen in the country. This is a constitutional right, as you said. This is a constitutional requirement that says that if a president wins election, you should be inaugurated. And then this is the formality that they've been taking. As you can see, we are not seeing only people from the, of course, some combos. We've seen people from, of course, the presidency of Gambia. This shows that the Gambia is one. The Gambia, we have people, and in fact, we are expecting some opposition leaders. Probably they should be attending this inauguration to show, of course, the oneness that is in the Gambia, and also to show that there is a democracy in the Gambia, and also to show that definitely they want peace in the Gambia. I think all of them are having the same aim, and that the aim is to see the Gambia going forward. It's just that they have different programs for the Gambia. They have a different ways of taking the Gambia forward, and that is the reason. But we are expecting a whole lot of them today, and then I believe so some of them will be attending, despite we understand that some may not be coming. After understanding that the leaders who, of course, are challenging the election, which is their constitutional right to also do so. But then, as I am seeing here, people from, of course, some CRR, people from URR, people from, of course, the North Bank region, and other regions in the Gambia. I can tell you, for this inauguration, people who have, of course, come all the way from Europe to come and attend this inauguration, and also in other parts of Africa to come and attend, just to show that this is a very, very important event for the country.
And very, very important. The Nigerian president, see him majestically walking
Working out.
of the aircraft.
Yes,
At
definitely.
the
Mohamed
Bangui
Buhari.
International Airport. That's General Muhammad Buhari. We remember the pivotal role Muhammad Buhari played in the impasse in 2016 when the former president, now the former president, then president, Jammeh,
Yeah.
refused to cede power. So he came here on a number of.
It was crucial.
Yes. And there he is, and then he is flanked by the director of press and publications, in the public relations rather at the State House, Ami Bojan Sissoho.
Is this Ami Bojang or the vice president? Seems the vice president though. Oh, it's Ami Bojang.
Yeah.
I am not recognizing her today.
He's the director of
He is
press
the
and
director of
publication,
press.
yeah.
You're right.
So that's
You're
Muhammad
right.
Buhari. The slow walking man. He has this. Buhari never walks faster. He always walks slowly.
Very slow.
And then his style of walk has just paced the mark today. So diplomats don't walk anyhow they like.
Well, I think Gambians will never forget him because he played a very big role when it comes to the 2016 election, especially when the former president said, "I am going," and every Gambian was scared. I don't know whether he can use that every Gambian was scared.
You could say it, yeah, you could say it.
But then he played a very crucial role in when he came. Actually, they negotiated for Jammeh to leave. I understand at one time he was very angry. You know, he's a former soldier, so they don't sometimes take things easy. But then actually he played a role that every Gambian will never forget, because they came here. Of course, I can remember alongside with the former Guinea-Conakry president, that is Alpha Conde, and also other presidents in the sub-region, actually to Jammeh, so that he can leave. Because if you remember, Jammeh, of course, accepted defeat first, but then he later said, "No, I am not going nowhere because I am cheated." That was so unfortunate for Gambians, because it's a country that is known for peace. It's a country that is known worldwide, and then we are called the smiling cause of course,
Yeah, so Bobo, we were talking about before we had that short break. We were talking about the contributions of some presidents, including Macky Sall, and then you talked about the advices that the piece of advice is he had been offering President Adama Barrow since in his first term, and that reminded me of Barrow's visit to Guinea Conakry, where he said he has gone to learn from the experience of Alpha Conde. And I said, unfortunately, Conde is no more president, so he has lost that bit of advice from Conde that he has claimed. And
I know you
that's factor, some wrong, because some Gambians say he has subdued the sovereignty of the Gambia to that of Guinea Conakry.
He also played, despite his term as a dictator, and then he is overthrown now. But then he also played a big role. I can tell you there are 3 presidents that Gambians will never forget, I believe, and that is first Alpha Conde, and also Mohamed Buhari, and also President Macky Sall. These people played a very, very, very important role when it comes to the 2016 presidential election. And I believe so the current president, that is Adama Barrow, he will never forget these people also, and other presidents that of course helped of course to take Jammeh away from the president in 2016. They played a very important role. But for Macky, as I said earlier, for Macky, for him is very special because he helped Gambia in so many ways. Some people will tell you, in fact, even during the election, he advised, he gave a lot of advices, and then when Barrow won the election, he was also in touch with the president-elect at the time, when former President Jammeh first congratulated him on the national television. He said that he have accepted defeat, but he later said, no, I am not going, I have to stay. And Macky played a very crucial role. He was talking to Barrow at the time, and then he was giving advices, and other West African presidents who were of course talking to him, and also of course the old ECOWAS head of states were standing to see that Barrow is in power. But for Macky, remember when Jammeh said again that I am not going, what he did was to host a lot of Gambians. I can tell you 3/4 of Gambians left. Not all of them were gone, but most of them also went there, and they were received very well by the Senegalese people. They were received by the president because he is the president of that country. If he said that close my borders, I don't want to see any Gambian inside, so they wouldn't go inside. So actually that shows that he played that crucial role, and he was in touch with the then with of course President Barrow to give him the advices that he's supposed to give him. We understand that between him and Jammeh was not that good, but then
that was double secret because considering the border closure.
So actually he was using other presidents to come and talk to Jammeh, but actually he played a crucial role. He is also facing a big battle. You remember their parliamentary elections is coming in Senegal, and Senegalese were expecting that Macky Sall would definitely address whether he will go for third term or not, but during his New Year address to the nation, he did not even mention anything he did not mention anything even close to that. He actually gave his address, but then Senegalese were like, what? Actually it was a platform where he could have talked to Senegalese and tell them, is he I'm coming to finish my second term, I am not going in for third term. But then the Senegalese are not yet clear whether Macky Sall is going for a third term or not. But what is known is that they are going for an election, and then the parliamentary election is very, very important for him. It's very important for him to actually control the Senegalese parliament, which is very, very important for him. And I believe so. He is also facing a very, very tough battle right now in Senegal. But then he is an important asset that played a very crucial role when it comes to the 2016 election that led President Barrow to be president of the Gambia.
Thank you very much. So let's be fair to our audience who may not be following English language.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's on. Yeah.
fule la way tam jam ala dibe kam fana de independence stadium jana bakaw na kale jam tay tan kale ko le bi tadi Adama Barrow la kale bi jam bakaw sa do independence stadium al nyabe natarul mela jam wala jam al falle bi siri me alon ko al bado bi invite la ko be men bismillah ko na bemoto mon dol fa jani ka tawdo baga fa ngala hakilo blandi alfa president say wala nyanta mabe la wala mabe do sa ngi bebe nyi tangu kan bebe nyi tangu kan kuno lul nada isabanara yi somata o dewe non wala na ne ñol wala Sénégal la Sénégal be Macky Sall ni boro rena na je gine
benneti mi alon ko kumani bake ko ngafo nyamen angale kangoto mol sa lon ko mu constitution do wala muna buko mi alon ko wala mara mi alon ko ngatama wala wo bukole ya tinde bukole ya fako momo gagnete inya e to lolale andu e nyanta nyin to lori sifale kila do nyimu kuleti mi alon ko a manke fenti mi alon ko akutata a manke fenti mi alon ko science nembaje kan kule mi alon ko a meta janne sa kabo jawara la wala kata fo banko president min tambita nun min kera president nun to president oti Yaya Jammeh kata fo science tenting president Adama Barrow woto wole be kering kabring ala second time gagné carte fawla mi ko wole tambita ko manto don dara kilo ba kanno ka opposition mi alon ko lebe Gambia banko kan kan da nyala mi alon ko warta bakele nin sa natambe tukula risola mi alon ko ICA wole announce sign ala inauguration lebe kering pour ka jow ka tandala ko nga second time dilale de sayendu do ko nga min dila wala Gambian on latela minna a felen isi do ko commencer no wo bengole be kerim bi Mustafa ya fo ko president Jamal le futata jang nsa fono le ko West Africa kono na nyin tundo mi alon ko tolbe wo ma fango minna Africa banko kan jang president Jamal bijele mi alon ko e nata mabele ni inauguration la mi alon ko le be kerim bi Independence Stadium moto bakaw adaba ko bi somanda fang Muhammad Buhari mi alon ko Nigeria la president afudatale kata fo president mi alon ko abota Senegal jang Macky Sall afananda be mol kono le mi alon ko ifutata nanne bare kunum president dol futatale milboko Sierra Leone na president o keta multi mi alon ko afutata kada fo Togo la president o wol keta afanan keta multi mi alon ko afutata kada fo president ko tegol mi alon ko lennata pour ka mabe nyim bengoto jang mi alon ko wala president ala inauguration o mi alon ko wala be kerin tenting nga kacha fanan ko nyimu president ol leti fana mi alon ko e tote fitano la Gambia la tariko kono bari dal hakilo ba kanno in 2016 sangolanu kabring president Barrow gagneta nun Gambia banko kan jang banko president o mimbe nun jango watola anata sonko tonya a gagnet andu yem butele andum gagno nyi senata bari tili dantanglo anata kula bay akate bu multi mialo ko son ko carte fo nyi nakare nin tapale abijele amanson kaji min sunta nyi West Africa banko kan jang wala West Africa tundoga president Jamal bijele mi alon ko jitanunne pour ka jango si Gambiano lu makoy no nyamen inse banko murindino president Barrow tumola ima kalindi isa murino abulu nya brasi kalindi kalinyala mi alon ko anin silo tatale ye crucial role play wolem ye silo le play mi alon ko ay Gambiano de ma bakele no adabe o president ngol kono Muhammad Buhari mi alon ko afutata nyin somanda fan kaji Banjula International Airport al nyabalal nung nata lolto mi alon ko le fintita nung ata molti mi alon ko afutata nun janne pour ka je ko anin banko president nun ko Yaya Jammeh pour ani si negotiation o keno pour asi banko bulano bayre ngami ya buter nyala mi alon ko a senata num bakele bari a mankate dammati nan janne bo fang mi alon ko a manjampa min kera Macky Salti ada fana futata nun janne ata dum molti ko nga fu nyame angale kangoto mole mi alon ko alo ta Gambia kare jamala ka wotu mola nun na banko president ko min fonyanu kwato business lalti president ya ko amanke moti mi alon ko aya faham bake bare aya advice le annum fanan kabring jamme ko ade jila ay Gambian jamalle soto mi alon ko tata Senegal banko kan pour kata ka mabe je bara nyawnyandi nyama atemu multi mi alon ko anata president o advice ka Gambia dimol fana mi alon ko walje ka itandi la ko jamwal yalati ke receive ala hakilo ba kanno ala inauguration o fanan keta nun golto ka ala andirilo aketa nun Senegal banko kan Gambia embassy mialon ko abenun jele woto nyim president ngol mialon ko lenata ye tariko sotole mialon ko al linta anin kolu mialon ko mialon president Barrow la sio lale Alpha Condé mu molti mialon ko afanan dabe molo kono bari sila kam tele ko ya ta coup d'état le ate saya mandira president yala Guinée banko kan
so Alpha Condé so bo sian sirata hanbi sai mont be mo bele jam nga fo angale kantole nga fo mani kanto sila se kacha bari suru wala ni bari fulol fanaye
wolam toyati
mo kunta suru andi
wolam toyati mbokay di len wax ne rek fuñ nekka mo nekka ci independent stadium bo xamne mu ngi bakaw fekene ya ngi setan Kerr Fatou di jaxle lan mo nekka di xew di len wax ne rek tay mo nekka inauguration president of course Adama Barrow ko xamne gagné won na of course election boo xam ne rombana Gambia fini comme nu ma ko waxee rek fii nag tey li constitutional society si bokki loi bi la nekka pour président bi ñu inaugurate ko tey nag ñu si Independence Stadium bi foofu lañ koy def soo leen fàttale ko nag in 2016 moom moo gagné woon élection boo xam ne xewoon na fii nii bu mu gagné nag kii di président koo xam ne moo fi nekkoon président Yaya Jammeh moom waxoon na ne nangu na result dina wàcca kii di président Barrow door na ko te nangu na waaye dafa dem ba si kanam tuuti moom mu ne moom daal du wàcca mu ne because élection bi dafa mel ni ay tapale ñoo fa gon moo tax du wàcca moo taxoon ne West Africa seen président yu bari play woon nañ a big role pour ñu gis ne daal président Barrow toog na bokk na si président yoo xam ne ñëwoon nañ fii kii di Mohamed Buhari kii di Alpha Condé ak yeneen président yoo xam ne ñëwoon nañ pour ñu gis ne daal Jammeh bàyyi na nguur gi pour ñu dem te si bokk na si président yoo xam ne ñu ngay ñëw fii tey ñoom yëpp nekkoon nañ nit yoo xam ne definitely nekkoon nañ nit yoo xam ne definitely play woon nañ rôle bokk na si Mohamed Buhari moom moo nekk Nigeria ñëwoon na fii pour wax a Jammeh pour ñu gis ne daal mu bàyyi nguur pour mu jox président Adama Barrow mu toog moom tamit tey si suba wàcce na si aéroplane am bi si airport di jublu fii si Independence Stadium bi kii di Macky Sall koo xam ne tamit suñ bola moom tamit play woon na big role in 2016 koo xam ne moo doon advice président Barrow pour mu gis ne daal mu jox ko expérience boo xam ne soxla woon na ko moom tamit ñëw na waaye tamit Guinée Bissau seen président bi Omar Mbalo moom tamit mu ngi fi moom tamit ñëw na dafa mel ni Togo seen président bi moom tamit ñëw na Dembe Mauritania seen président bi président yi yëpp ñëw nañ tey pour ñu gis ne daal of course ñu ngi ñëw pour witness of course comme inauguration président Adama Barrow bi nii Moustapha ngeni honorable bula min kera président of wala advisory pour ina kuma fay ñoka
abaraka baka buba elo ko serendiro la nimbobe tenten na nyaado man bi nga honorable soto jang nga kyo soto jang mi alam président Adama Barrow la barama balam bari ko chokore ka dia wolo da sa fo
abarka isama amin
afamole folo jumale tete
ntele mu honorable Sew Mbaloti deputy advisor to the president on youth matters Foka Pare Fanan I am an elected member of the MPP
National People's Party
among the founders of MPP
good so Nadiamo Sambi talk about that your position in the NPP today marks the inauguration of President Adama Barrow after being re-elected in the December 4th presidential election for a second term by the Gambians.
Yes.
From the NPP perspective, what does President Barrow's re-election mean for you? Yeah.
Well, I mean, thank you very much for granting me this interview. Today, inauguration marks an important and a historic day for Gambia. That means genuine democracy is on the way coming for Gambia. Human rights, respect for rule of law is here for Gambians. That's what it signifies. Because we can see, I mean, his re-election. all the parties, almost 12 aspirants, presidential aspirants, joined President Adama Barrow for having confidence on him that he can do the job, he can deliver, he can unite the Gambians, he can develop this country. So that's what we are inaugurating today.
Thank you very much. Honorable, if you look at the ground, a lot of ambience. So tell the people about a bit of preparations that NPP have put in place in order to make sure that this day becomes a memorable day, because this is the first time that the NPP as a party, has a president. When you were formed, Barrow was serving under the coalition ticket.
Under the coalition ticket.
Yes.
This
now that you have, this is after formation of an NPP selected leader. So you must have put in some preparations to make the day memorable.
Thank you very much. First of all, I must congratulate the MPP party, because many people thought that MPP cannot do it. I mean, I remember when we were battling to form the party, to register party, people were telling us that MPP cannot register and win an elections. And we told them we can do it. We have the competence, we have the expertise, we have the dedicated people who are with President Adama Barrow. We will make sure that we work with him until genuine democracy is restored, rule of law is restored, and that's what we are doing here. We have done our mobilization. We make sure that we respect the Gambian people, we mobilize with them, we talk to them. That's what is being manifested.
Yeah, so we've seen a lot of people from beyond the Greater Banjul area. Tell us about the structures of your mobilization. What are the structures that you have used in order to enable you get all these people from beyond the Greater Banjul area?
We have our regional chairman. All the regions, we have our regional chairpersons, and we have our constituency chairpersons. We have our board chairpersons. We also have our women mobilizers in all the regions. Our women mobilizers have been contributing, they are participating, and also constituency-wise.
You are the advisor of the president on youth matters.
Yes.
I am a youth.
Yes.
You have half of the population, almost 60% of the population at least is youth or comprised of youth in this country.
That's true.
So what does President Barrow have for the youth specifically in the area of employment?
Well, that's what I'm investors are coming who are interested in empowering youth in this country, so and that's going to happen.
You talk about skill centers. It's a beautiful thing to have skill centers, but when people gather skills, when they graduate, they either have to be self-employed, by which they need certain things to set up their own business. Now, talking about skill centers, there is a particular region in this country. Since independence, the region has no skill center. Is it in President Barrow's plan? You may not know.
Which one?
The entire Fonyi has no skill center.
I cannot believe that. For the past 50 years?
Name me one. There is no skill center in Fonyi. You may not know. But I'm putting it to you now, or informing you that the entire skill center, the entire Fonyi, there is no skill center in the Fonyi. This has resulted to a lot of rural urban migration among the youth of Fonyi, thereby paralyzing agriculture. Is this in President Barrow's plan to build a skill center in Fonyi specifically, or will you commit to convince President Adama Barrow to build a skill center?
Thank you for bringing that into that notice to our attention. I never knew that Fonyi has no skill center.
Recently, we have a news article authored by somebody from Fonyi, and then it is through that news article that many know that since even the former president, being a native of Fonyi, for 22 years of his reign, he has also built a skill center in Fonyi, and this is something that the people of Fonyi need and other parts of the region. So, basically, you want to commit to tell the president to build that?
Definitely, we will make sure that we look into that matter. I mean, as far as it has come to our notice, we make sure that we do something. If you can recall, already we have, I mean, we are building, I mean, this thing, a mini stadium in Buyam, if I can recall. There is a mini stadium that we are building, and not only Buyam, across the country. So Fonyi is not an exception. Definitely, this problem of skill center, we will try and do something.
And now we come to fishing. Still with the youth.
Yes.
I know you are very busy, but
Yes.
it's something of national interest to the people.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for being with us. In terms of fishing, you have a lot of Gambian youth want to invest in fishing, but they will tell you they don't have equipment like fishing trawlers and etc.
Yeah, we coming to do that already. That is on the pipeline. We have acquired almost 50 million US dollars to make sure that we invest on that area, in that venture. Definitely, youths are going to be involved, because we don't expect the older people to be involved in, I mean, in fishing in this country.
Another thing is, you want to tell us the source of the 50 million, and when would this come into effect, the implementation, so that youth who might want to, of course, you know, Bagwe is still on, who might want to venture might still wait, knowing that okay, this date and this particular time we will have a project that I can be involved with.
Well, right now, because of there was it was election time, and we have just started. This government is not inaugurated. Excellency is just inaugurated today. I am going to tell you actually the implementation of all that project. But what I can assure you is the project is on the way coming.
Thank you very much. Another thing is now in terms of transport. If you look at the Gambian transport system, it's commercialized.
Yeah.
Majority of the people are commercially owned, or they are owned by people who are mostly interested in money. The government, since the fall of GTC, we have the GTSC, but it has not been serving the young people more. It has been going much. You understand, it has been going beyond the Gambia and more into the rural area. But recently, we understand that a lot of people, especially youth, when going to work, face a lot of constraint in terms of transport. You may be interested to know that people pay more than $50 to get to Brikama from Westfield. Let me give you a breakdown. Yes, this may not be to your notice, because you have a private vehicle that, or you have a government vehicle you ride into work and on your errands. When you go to Westfield, they will tell you Tabokoto, Latrikunda. Get to Latrikunda, they will tell you Tabokoto. You go to Tabokoto, they will tell you Lamen, they will tell you Busumbala, then they will tell you Farado, they will tell you. So you end up paying more than that. Those people who do not have it, they end up going or reach at work very late and fatigued, and it affects their production. So we go to the turntable end. Those from turntable, you see a vehicle will turntable to Brika, which is $17, they will charge you $50 and nothing. Would you also want to commit to advise the president to look into this? And
what I can promise here is we will look into all these matters. As far as the government is just coming in, I cannot tell you exactly, I mean, how we are going to address it, but I can promise you that we are going to look at all these matters, all these problems, and thank you for bringing this to our attention, because you cannot address a problem that you are not aware of.
It's part of nation building, so there are things that you may bring it to your notice.
Thank
but
you.
It seems you have commitment to do so.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
Honorable Sehumbalo.
Thank you so much.
Yes, Sehumbalo here on the platform, talking to Kerr Fatou about the NPP's perspective for President. The $50 million that he claimed the government has obtained or has acquired. He didn't tell us whether it's loan or it's grant or stuff, in order to boost the fishing or to make the fishing industry work for Gambian youth. You've been listening to what he has been saying.
Sakunda falin sanye lulu komando e ya falin dalilo men kama wala folo Gambian ko le tare fambulo e kayro soto banko kan e nyaato ta soto president Adama Barrow commencé already ay democracy de Gambian ko bela freedom of expression media freedom ay loi bunda bula fambulo kiti o e ka tamani ni mol tataje d'accord la jeri ñato ko même boyte ko etle boyta même bolote ko etle bolota wala mobe ala ñanto so banko kan anen gambe di la sulol mu munalti pour kawla yirwande ate moy kumbota ñim banko kanko president Adama Barrow e karamo yirwande ñim banko kan ate moy kumbota ñim banko kanko president Adama Barrow be seno yirwande kan ñim banko kan ate moy kumbota ñim banko kanko communication o men kamanta silolu ning salolu ning ku kotan la president Adama Barrow yirwande ñim banko kan banko fana fon la fanko pour banko dingolu nim banko dingolu teroli hani na ye investment o ke banko kan ayo freedom o fana dile fo sambe tembo mento alhamdulillah rabbil alamin freedom o be warde banko kan molu be hangiri molu la nafulo samana fo bi men ke tarki bati president sey botana kanto banko la tamande ja wala condamné la limani ya banko la kayro nen tembo la ni yirwa wala na wala be na rakafa ma bi ka kafu Gambia woto gambo banko mel be yilar memma president Adama Barrow be o kanne ada be tenten na wala la fala ada mam balam mola ni yem mirak soto men sin banko la fano ila miro samana isinano ye basa ko dala palaso apply ni qualification men palaso men ngene kan ya soto ya dila ni mo fana chal soto there are so many ways safere okay men te kala nendirti men te kala kuma jaw foti ko ya mira ko nimman sa ko nday ngin sila ni sila karta nyem banko bita nyatlo president Adama Barrow pare da bunda e lawol bela no gamna ko be laro Gambian ko fon ka fon do ko fon la banko ke fon ka funtinde aka sia adabe sonia la pour balwe sonia president so wono adabe o kekan ate men kala no wala nyinti ko free market policy le be kere ni ko free market policy wala mo dunia be ko marché o be bulale fambulle moli la marché so lo wafi damen bente fe Gambia ta kala no banko te ye balang dunia be bul wala nte botna america le mbe bola je wato men 12 months ago mani boto damu menti ani abia menti e jam fata nyolo fa sawne banko be ko ndam so ka diablo wata kam nyolo ko he ete balo de kolbe falen kan nyame ne mo ko ton ka diam so nyin ku kelol be Gambia dula beto bara president te fintila no lefta Gambia ko le wona stade ay lo ya fako dia ko ya mani boto nale ko wilkilin keme lu lemu nte sonna la jurban no mbafala ko wilkilin keme fulale wala wilkilin dem banko la luwa ka mo sembo soto ka to jawre nyim banko marale sanji tan sabani feng abo maralo ko wata na commencer wato
Gentlemen, huh?
start playing with Bismillah.
2022 Presidential Inauguration and Swearing In Ceremony. Parade formed up. 58 officers, 361 adherents, in open order, at the personal attention, ready for your takeover. Sir, may I have the permission to fall in? Sir! Fall in. Sir! Yalla. One who will not close picking the music. That's why in the conclusion.
Meanwhile, we are gathered here this morning at the Independence Stadium in Bakau to witness yet again a constitutional requirement, which is the swearing-in ceremony of the President-elect, His Excellency Mr. Adama Barrow. It was 5 years ago when we gathered here for the same event, and upon winning the 4th December 2021, ladies and gentlemen, the arrival of the service chiefs. You're welcome, chiefs.
Presidential election by His Excellency Mr. Adama Barrow and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, GMRG. We are honored to be here to witness such an august occasion. What we just witnessed has been the marching of troops by paraders with the guard band leading. The parade operation handed over the parade to the parade truancy, who in turn handed it over to the parade commander. The parade commander also invited the qualified. Excellencies, esteemed invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor and privilege to announce the arrival of the Inspector General of the Gambia Police Force, Mr. Abdullah Sani. You're welcome, sir.
Hey! John! Loud! Arms! General, salute! Present! Arms! Loud! Arms! Show that arms! Stand that ice!
You are welcome, sir. The Inspector General of the Gambia Police Force, Mr. Abdullah Sani. We have also witnessed the parade taking the addressing and the necessary allowance. Once again, we await the arrival of the Chief of Defense of Gambian Armed Forces. I once again thank you for coming.
nyindi sudo fa ka ke problem dol fa bi jele ya bulale pour que dingol fango ke bidi ko do nyim kulleti mi alon ka kumata ndigitale ko ala nyim 5 years experience ay min so aba lonno la le sang tonya nyanta mu ne kele pour ka ko security sabbe banko man la fi ko kawal moy la say ka foko banko na develop kan security ko ibu ko o mu ko kal leti mi alon ko njigita ko Gambia dingolu man la fi ka wolu moy say lafta mi moy la nyindi ko security ko a softale mol mi alon ko le ka fa lapto anol to ni nata timola mil ka fa ngokono a talata bari nga jele ko no tanol fanam be nyamen despite the dispute la ko maternal mortality rate abe itol ko abe talaka ne bot nga sauver jele mi alon ko le findira ko ino is increasing ko abe la faka jikitale ko nyimbe aba hakilo tula jele bayring ay min fonu ganola kambe taminna da ba ko no le nyindi ko nyimu ko leson man sakundalti bari nale fansu man sakundadin naka carte o fandi benna tamandir nya jibe la le mbake la nyame andu be tamandiro kele kule nyimu kuleti mi alon ko alahi di Gambia non la andu jikitale ko Gambia no jiko diala bari ka carte o gagné Gambia banko kan jang gagné nyala mi alon ko sodo ni mutari kolti mi alon ko ake njigitale ko abe nyin fannal jibe lale ka bonna loftano la bundado kada fanna security la karola kada fengol mi alon ko wolle dabe serni science tente nga fengol je dabe la fa ha je kumata bakale hane nyi masis millata nyi inauguration la ni nyi ka science ba fole ko fengol be serrinne leftale ay tala bari njikitale ko baroba keno la janning next 5 years mi alon ko wala bina ibe nyin ko ko le fole bitum sang dunu bare ba kunno tonya ganyo nyin a diatale mo jamal ya mako ele pour gagner annun Gambia no le carte fay bari san duno min ba kunna atawo kalkol den dale aya lon ko tonya de Gambia no jikitanal Gambia no ye dunu bale lankunna wolem dunu jumata e laftale pour kaje ko fengol mi alon ko dabe serring isitala Gambia banko kanjang wo tumola num musolu inin keme sita marché to landuga ke wala keme nin tandudu bari sayen keme sama wala keme nane wala keme lulu fang pura e sifa o kake problème modi loptano to nin tata je mo kono bala sa ka silale ko askeno mbem fa mem til fenkol le kono askeno be fala
way hakilo blandi independent for independent candidate on in the presidential election independent kan Esa Mbay Fall Gambia la jata kende abundani nana se death wala ko musaya digo la nya pour saya yeah saya fole
exactly I fole andu mo jama ya fo not even Esa Fall because na ngi mo jama do yele mi alon ko be Gambia banko kanjang mi alon ko e kam mama jara kende ala ko la inta ka fo in very straight ko na jara kende ala bunda be amurta ko ma bakele ino borol bu ka soto anum fanan musol ka silale ni be ko ni tata saying bari mobe alon ne ko jame foundation mimbe bundum mobe alon ne ko je mudlata mi alon ko a safe tale no yeb bari say karangol tanaji
bari say ya falinde de ko bundum maternal and child health
exactly exactly but then saying ni tata je karangom ne jaka sia bakale because mo jal ba fokane je dampale mudlati mi alon ko at least ila muso si wuluno jele at least ay tang at least je pour ya moy ko problème mo sotata je bari mbe mune keno la sayem pour ka wo lokata malu si fa jamalu su mi alon ko be concentrate la wuro la fannala ibe molnat la je mi alon ko be professional la baki pour que la do ko ka nyama I think Gambianol be jikiri nyinela ko nyille sotola nyin sanjilulol mi alon ko wolle kana pour domorol daetera loptanolu ko le keje ku ke security ay soto bunda fana yirwa fondin kele sembentu yandi nyilbe mu jikolleti mi alon ko njikitale ko be president o aba kunna le pour kaje ko asasol dunu bale ba kunna ni
ko mayata bakal dunu ba kun alma ala ya sonia barika kunan kafa ko nga makamo sotole wala be makamo wala be place o rek alondo tembul wonte la jurte en londo tebul ko de me londo tebul il faut sans londi tiola wala ye fonyo ni mo ko koko kere jamol betel jale han bin si tante mol bi nakol bi jaabe ji kan ko ko ma seno ni aji be Gambia ka wara ba nyi banko kan seno sikino tungurno mi alon ko asi mol de man do to ba ko ni a commercialize wala mo ka ya ka nyala mi alon ko ni seno ko isi fensoro je mi alon ko ay sia ko do la karola wala na fulo so keno kudi mi alon so fore atala banko kam bak ni aji bele mezo menor ko mi mojima bi ko mi sumanda mi alon ko yolta ka yego fore ya ko mi ka momo do sumanda duma $1.25 o be mo foro ni aji be ngambe ka siata bak mol kono mol be je tan inde be kibar bundalo mi alon to mando mi je ka kol wosi ma hana mi mojima mi alon ko e be kolbe kere mi alon ko domolo ko kole bulle o be nyim banko kanjena baw dol be munyaro kan wol nyim kuldi mi alon ko ma foko ko mi alon ko nyim kuldi mi alon ko ta jena mo bari kuldi mi alon banko dingol le nyanto soro pour ka falu ma soro mi alon ko komi banko dindol be namol jokanne be ku ko renga sanka de marol kane to yala rem kuldi mi alon ko e nyanto soro ko ka a friend in science ami boja mi so hodun tan director of press and publication public relations at the state house of flower tamale ba dande na bita kan bo abotana airport da kilo baka ñu somanda kunum president bulera ngol kon di jele ñu somanda funa president sabana sabol mena wala Macky Sall Sénégal la président ko ñi George Weah wala Liberia la président aning Muhammad Buhari atele mabe de président to la tele be jiana so parenting sign deng afa afta tan stadium odo jang pour que mabe président tumando wata ate mela baka sign président famina pour calendrier da design
ha bayren président ol be futatal tarikolem pour ka jago président lulu président sey be bo la bankol to pour kana ka mabe ala atele benu airport do sa futale sa se jiko sorno le kako président ol miya wala lundangol miya lo ala be futale bayre mole miya sen tato lundangol tanu nje kunu mel benu nje kunu mil nata wol futatal no ando wol tate la hotel ol to bi mil tata atele tate bendo ando jigitale ko sa ate mela bengol dabe mutala molu mi alon ko wolle na nyanta kana jamal bi jeli mi alon ko futale say surtout mol mi alon ko ye invite nande pour kana dignitary solu ani mansa karafu mansa kunda do kulalu aning mo kote ngol mi alon ko le nada security la fannala be futale pour ka je ko sisi anum fanan min jukata joji solti wala molto mi alon ko lebe na kiti bundato wol be mol leti mi alon ko e wol fanan wol fanan futata nanne wodo akamele ko
terenge ga terenge fele dinga dudu jasorole janing abe kanala molma ina sika chado mandi
misaja yaron kunun na individual bare bilem ba labanda because misaja first welcome be live lon Kerr Fatou but
thank you baraka
ibe mena fona mola ni inauguration ala ko
lungolom mi alon ko sa foko ciosan lungolom kabiruntol dindimma talañing alama alay kafaroni nemo kela e memu sa dawda kera ba jawarati o taymon tol mu dindingol leti fondinkol lom toltinum gananu jenne kanyim ben sifal mabe kabire ala man sakunda bota jang APRC man sakunda natale wo nyongole kake bi nyol ngo fanan man sakunda dole bije ngamen karam wolo man sakunda mu kuleti mi alonko abu kasabati membe je bi sama dole be tarlaje woto nyimmu kuleti mi alonko meta janne woto ciosanolom annu sewo kulom kama be nyimben sifalla.
All right, thank you very much ngamra dudu just take some time Charles. All right, thank you very much. Mr. Ja, bimu lumbal APRC fanae. Nyadile kabring ya mutani video.
Tonya doku bale keta pour molie futana njambi. Woto lumbalom pour ntol APRC. Ando akamunta ko ngala hidole timmandi. Kabrin ko ngamomo bambu atelebe dunna state house woto binyon lungo akawole CDA kaje ko president kuto wole be kalindi labi ninko president kuto ala sanjilulu wo bantale sanjilulu dole kana woto president kuto lo.
All right, Mr. Ja kunun nibe kacha kan about this inauguration ola kola iko nyale emergency meeting ko what was the result of that emergency meeting?
Emergency meeting no nying wolom binyon lungo invitation ne dita kad jama sa jumanyol le ba sotola nu jumanyol le betala worom binyon lungoti andun kunum fanan banquet le sotota koko ozone mo jumal le be mabela abe wol konole munatin nga emergency meeting fanan kumandi kaje ko nyimbengo mol ba bunyalale nga horoma wole emergency meeting
fala executive wol be man kadro soto
hani ibe man kad soto andun ibe ko itemabe nola alors na executive ibe manke funding quality ya di dol la fang wol ya di dol la pour wol ye mabe itol ko ite mabe nola woto mbe man tara jang bari jama babi janne
fa bakari bi janne
fa bakari majede na man tara ten killing bari ala balo fana man sahya bake bari nga moy ko ala escort natale nga la security jele ala ADC minul kabula noma
rambo natal
rambo bi janne nyaaye rambo je
enen akamta enen rambo le bi janne
hani ning rambo bi jang honorable Seni Bay bi janne pa Amadou Suso bi janne mam Sey Ndiaye bi janne anin tomal dol bi janne bari nyama wol je
all right
mbe man si
so that means alla party leader manna maybe aman ke
but nyama je bari abijanne tombom bi janne
okay all right so albi muna expect kan Barrow bulu say
wolom
bilam kalendiroti ning kalendiro keta sa en kol nyanta execute la
banku dingol la tambindi andum lahido wole dita nyaadi wolom yuroabe sotolale fannal bela sañ dokole babulu wolom ka jeko lahido men dita num woye timma andu wokuma ya tabale niaje molye carte di lafta fennale mol meta ka kujama kumbo hanibi mba kumbo kanne baluwo koliyatale luwaso koliyatale ku jama bi je miyalon ko molka kumbala woto niaje molka e tambini ka foko ite woto jikole bi je ko molka men kumbo itele se nyaadanyim fita woto bi nyonlungo wole nyanta tarla fe ka je ko ka bobila do ko lebe kela fo jannin carte be fayla kote
nga mo jamal jijanne nga mol mil beje barola tisaro lebe dundila mam moje miyalon ko APRC la tisaro lebe dundila isi dada la mol manna mabe nyi inauguration
tonya na mol jama mannano
kam fale be kering
hani kam fanteng pour ka mol nati ikasula ku jamala abe wol kono wolo motol pour ka mol nati dol ja yabe jamfarinne nimminul be siri nu somanda wol bota fo siarar na mollom na siarar chairman bi janne alaji Esa Ndiaye abi janne na dex officer honorable Ibrahima
Sadio nati IEC kabre kana Barrow fenke atodo pa nomination no baral mam moto soroke nati jam munade Barrow le man ko do dial
ntafo no la Barrow minul be organizing na mbale la wol kanne tonya organizing keta nyamen ntefe amanya fa anyanta tambila nyinte ni ko inauguration mol kam mamma nyamen anu stadium mo ka fa nyama mawoje nin ko be sila janka kuma dimal fo caméral bi jenne video bi jenne be fintilale ba fala ko duru jamman tonya fo woto ndenga men expect nun mawoje nyin inauguration problem be damen malon mantara organizing committee malon kol katama nyama ngamen expect nun wolon jambe falale fo molte kunna jang bari kono to mam fafo
amam faade andon kol kana commencer ite mone expect nun exactly about alla APRC be call tamandila je nyame when it comes to this inauguration because it was very easy for you nga mo jamal je nomination lungo APRC dendi call do inata ani happy moto jamal le luasta jikitela ko president obe balde mala wotole but then this time mang APRC mo jam yalon ko even dendi ko dum it atole mune expect no andanga manke
ngamen expect num wolom comme call abe tarlan tolle bulu ntol leba fola ko lafta nyinna ye wodinna misal fe nin ko lafta moto kamera ya make sure ne ibe wo arena pour wo mete moto kemol ye soto bari man hani nyinin carré mo le moy APRC al lafta munela mawole moy fa aka munta ko itol ye kol kay kamma itol lafta la nyamen an walati nan control man tara di organizing committee men keta nun kol be men tampita wolom organizing committee le kallondi pati wol be le ka molki wol ye taraje ko ku kashata je wala ka muri la patil kan ye ya sata ko nyinne nyanta kala ni pati wo ye sulo soto control lafta nyinna wol ye muru yake bari nyinan amanke ntefe wala tinna mol men nyanta fintila wol man finti
do say yamera alte fola alla mol la killing sol baji la ko bijele alla mol be kamfare ala ko kamal kuno niya kaja sotale andon yedo fanye jele fulanjaw alla mol imanna mabe nyen most of them manna mabe wala sa fono imanna mabe nyen inauguration mi alon ko be banko fani kafta nyola APRC alte problem o sotala iba fakan maybe sa fono le well na executive mantara local min nyanta kala ayke
non tolte problème o soto la ñi manke ndol la bengoti a manke APRC la programme hani
this is a coalition
hani no ñimmu man sakunda la event leti ntol yeng invite le ngana
ayuna
ha mu banku dingo
man sakunda mu jumal
bari min ka tamandi ntol man taraje na tara APRC benum man sakunda den safono ko ha na nyanto bi jele nyanta men kel
man sakunda sita aldabe mol kono
mi ya ba kono
man sakunda sita
sonta
anno president wolle be kalindi kam bi den aldabe mol kono le mi alon ko alia sindi den aldabe nyimbe ngoto it doesn't mean that altan am bengote de
man sakunda koto
so collectively aman president Barrow
man sakunda koto man soto fol akutama aman soto fol
kalindiro le kanake science ko le na
wo kola de man sakunda be lola
right now tenting aldabe nyimbe ngo kono le
yen invite le yen invite le ngana mabe nin ko ndaba kono men ka tamandi nyanta tarla wo kono bari man taraje nka jile chodi me misalo dile la KM region ye 500 cards le nata carte kemelulu ye wole nati invitation cards ya bele janjang fo tan lulu 50 carte ye wole di APRC la anduna mol man son kata carte tan lulu ibadi la jumala APRC be warale nyame KM kono wala tinna mo jamaati nano parce que ni nata carte te bulu ite dun annum dol bije wol mu alfallati ni man carte soto wolte futano la jang wala tinna ko organize ta nyamen wala tinna APRC na mo jama sita koma parce que bundal man yele pour wol yema.
So are you people disappointed?
Nta fo no la disappointed baraka munta ko ntefe ye president ole disappoint ni mulum baleti bari minul ya organize ntefe wol ya fail
juma le ñing organize
tonya malong bari mo jama ka fo state house ani mo man sakunda koleti hani NPP la mol nga dol la audiol soto dol yen kolle nin dol benta kunun kabrinta ta banquet wol ya fa ñe ko ni ñin tambita be ñanta sila le nga kacha ñinu le ko tambandi ñamen amanta ku aka munta ko ye politicien le jenkendi itol minul be man sakunda ye ko tamandi bari yake ñamen tonya mol man seo.
Interesting. Say, albe mune expect kang president obulu sayang kana kalindile kolo kana execute when it comes to alla place ol kuni manson ka fanya bari sayang kalindiro kana kele ngala ale okachale kuno
no tonya place la kola man kamben kula katana emoyola
aka be coalition partner leta
so dafono ko menyine sotola hani atije wobe dending luala karola president ole sembo soto kamo tombong atele sembo soto kamo bay woto ntafo no ko agreement neketa mbe place na ngamo le soto
no but ke
jiko le bi
ale fenko nyin start already the committee do ko start le pour milba review la mile place soto la already alba lon nale ko natra be APRC
committee bi jele membe o do ko keka
alma kalamata
ntol nga men kalamuta wolom ye CV le nyininka molbulu momo la CV
alla executive be
APRC na pati wokono mandan na executive pati wokono mol minia lonko ye CV kendol soto ise place dol marano ye la CV tandi yasamba ntol la lodul na dandula mu jeleti jumañol lebe tombonna itol lafta mummo sifala itol lafta doku sifa jumale bije ntol man londi soto wala kola nganna civil le samba andu wonyini karo keta santen ntol la dandula mo
but dudu natara ku mantra ko by now al nyanta lonna le fo al betar man sakunda falta taraje bari fo al be ministerial position sur la falta sur kalindiro lebe kita after this mune be kala cabinet lebe fenkala already
asekeno
baro balon nale already by now ngami expect wala mi ndiko baro yalo ne already mol milbe dogo kala ala cabinet to annum by now wol nyanta ka lonne ko mbetara cabinet konal already so fadol mo kanam rastina
hani bi makala muta betto nyala fa asekeno dolben kono na executive minul ya kala muta bari na meeting dulalto anena man kacaje andu mammoje na executive kono men sa fonye ko ha nganyinne kala mutambe nyinne sotola
sa finally jandimbe bulala albe mune kala as executive alla nyin disappointment o mi alon ko ala soro tending ela alla mol na balia ni kan kol albe mune kala what are you going to do
hambe recommendation le kala ntol menu man sakunda allondo be bulle misal fe santeng sidulal be nyameng katol men dita wala siata sidulalt woma nyanna kela i nyanta lonna la capacity sidula la capacity misal fe natara wuli kilinom ise katol prepare mentata for 950 ye 50 reserve in case of emergency wo kam mun garanti momo ye kato soto abe sidula soto bari ni katol siata yake force comme force sa momo nata juna be sidela soto la ni man na juna sidula te bari munati neka katol di ndefe wo mu mistake o leti abe kerine an wo man nyanna kala ni sifa fo yamarol se di recommendation ke pour wati koteng wol balon nay ba tamande la nyaadi akuma ya tabake bari katol te siala sidulal be doyari aka dol kam fandile santeng alpha dol bije man sidula soto be lorinne and yela hajol bele buda ye nin katole nata kato aka jikole di mola nga sidula soto bari naman sidula soto doro dol ka kam
alpha min bota APRC
hani APRC hani pati tomal be dol bije ite souteno la ko be pati kari bari nga dol jele be loring alpha lom andun katol lebe bul woto wol nyanta silale aba konole nyin kusi fa ka organize nyamen mol le nyanta kafundila mol yela merol di yela londol fanam fintindi a nyanta kala nyamen nga bete ma jibe nga tamande ni wala baraka munta ko dol ka bundal sukile e man son dol ye dum anu itol ka samba nyamen aman tarata ka nyam
all right ibe muna finally fola jandimbe bula laita
mbe jiberlal be tentula kal konton ka foko nga banko jibe be banko ding Gambia nadiata be diala mbele ni kolea ku be kering akan tol bela afek misal fe ni jio man soto aman silong aman patilong aman mosute mbele be torola woto mbeke kilinti nga fasaro ke na bankola momo la londo asiata doyata ngata mandi ngadi bankola pour kaje ko yirwa soto palaso mansia mo bete palaso soto no la modanta ne ka soto bari mbese mol ma koy no kaje ko nyim banko setano nyato nte fe wala ko mayata dina palaso.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Allah barka ba.
Thank you. Well, of course, Dudu Jati, mi alon ko atelam
the arrival of Monsieur Jean-Claude Cassis-Moore, the ECOWAS Commission President. Welcome, sir. We also acknowledge the presence of Wahid El-Quraishi, the Saudi Vice Foreign Minister representing the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Josephine Sako, Commissioner for Agriculture, Environment and Rural Economy, representing the President of the African Union. We also recognize Honorable Patricia Scotland, QC, Secretary General of the Commonwealth. Thank you for your attention. May I also acknowledge the mayors of Banjul and Kanifing municipalities.
At this time, Malik, I would also like to seize this opportunity to recognize the presence in our midst, the honorable cabinet ministers and the honorable members of our National Assembly. You are all welcome.
Charles Newdema. All right, so thank you very much. Hani sayen kam wala kala mutandi ko albe Kerr Fatou le jibe kan mi alon ko be broadcast kan ale live wala mbale damen wala independent stadium multi dula mi alon ko bi wala banko president wala inauguration oti ko nga fale nyamen drong bi dum banko president o ngala tari kan din demandin nati alene bari president dolu fanam bi jande mi alon ko inata mabe dolu fanan tari ko demandin ba nati lalele pour ali alon president Jumal le bijang mi alon ko walle nata pour kaje ko si mabe nyim bengoto adaba kono wala mu togo la president oti mi alon ko afudara Gambia banko kanjang jina sambe atelem togo la president oti mole mi alon ko a wuluta junu karo 1996 sangola kabra tili wolo a wuluta Togolis politician.
This will lead us
atelem Togola president oti ando e ka fana meta marola bakele Mustafa Amin kera Togola president oti bayrin kabrin 2005 sango abe mararola e ko janna abe kala president oti num inene ya appoint le num fang wotumola afama le be president yala num fang afama mi alon ko ga kumandi ade yema atelem Togola president oti num e ko afama yake num minister tifang janning abe fala wotumola ya keno minister of equipment mines post and telecommunication ya marandinung wo minister ya place la Togo banko kan ananeta aketa wo je president oti kabo 2003 kada fo 2005 kan aketa president oti wo ate min kera Togo la president oti kabring afama ade yeme abanda 2005 e ko ate jena sembe mi alon ko adlem science Togo president oti e ko inata kake president oti fan bari ko ami sojarol mi alon ko lebe Togo banko kan iko wolle a forcé toke president oti nun bari banko dingolu manta contanding akola iko bayring anin luwani satolu manta mo jamali a question ko ay president ya place o ta nyamen e kanin luwani sato manta ko kola anata resign fang wolem kala doko bula february karo atilim wanin lulo anata kala doko bula iko anata inata carte fayo organize Togo banko kan jamali a foko Guinea Bissau la president be dunkan nanne aha 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 Guinea walem toñati walem Guinea Bissau la président oti mialon ko be dunkan Omaro Mbalo mo jamalia lonne
si tenteng sai la nyina
walem toñati ate mbe diam kan Togo la président wala Hanisa inde iko kabring to February karo 2015 akera nung ko nata ala do ko fango bula bari na kilo bakanga fale commento demanding drong mole mi alon ko so jarol le adema nun kake président oti bari kabring banko dingol ya complain ko anen luani satolu manta February karo atilimu anen lulu 2005 sangola no iko anata resign wolem kala do ko bula iko anata carte fayo gagner mi alon ko ya organize wo kola jamali ya commande ko c'est controversial presidential election wolem carte fawti mi alon ko iko ku jamalu bijele mi alon ko mo jamal jikitele ko amanta ku ay wo gagner nun april kalo atilimu anen nano 2005 sangola inata kalindi fanka ke president oti inata kalindi kake president oti ate mo kilimo inata di elekkote ke ka president ya gagner kote ke Togo banko kan 2010 sangola fanan anata president ya gagner je ate eko April karo 2015 eko president president carte fa fananke eko ate kera mol kilingoti mi alonko aya gagner silandrong si ngata ate Guinea Bissau fongola president oti mi alonko ate futata jang science tenteng mi alonko ka kumandi ate Omar Mbalo ate mu president Guinea Bissau la president olti ko ate fang November karo atilimu wani nani 2019 ko aketa Guinea la president oti ko kabring aketa candidate oti andu majority molu mi alonko wolle carte fo ke Guinea Bissau nun iko carte o fa tele ka butere la mi alonko asenata bakele nunto Guinea Bissau la president December karo atili kononto wo sangola nun iko Jos Mario Vaz ka bute kabrin wo fongo ya bandula nani nyangoti first round voting mi alon ko leketa ate Omar Mbalo ka Jos Mario Vaz bute wo butere nya sifala ika senata nun iko Jos Mario Vaz fongo ya bannu wo sangola dula nani nyangoto iko bari tol nata progress fang kata second round iko kabrita second round ani opposition do ko Omar Mbalo sisoho ika keta multi mi alon ko fang ko ay carte fayo ñing gagné kemo kono sidula tandulu aninani 54% of the votes iko atele a gagné ate Guinea Bissau banko kan woto atele moti mi alon ko a futata science tenting annun adunta independent stadium woro pour kaje ko asala place o ta al nyabate la jen tenting abe loring annun fanan a futata jang science tenting woto mba fola mobe ko a futatale mbe connect la le don nga jibe me kol mi alon ko lebe ke kan kono to ngamuruna
abarka ba sisi ho Mbalo Guinea Bissau la president wala futata na sante ba bunya kantene independence state atele mo lorin teng ila banko wala forea julo nying wala be kuma kantene sante senso la mo ko banko la sante ay wala be kuma kan bulo be kostan sai ba Boba so sande Guinea Bissau la ela wole mo Guinea Bissau la president ka fo me Umaru Sissoco Mbalo fana be president seolel kono ko ke buñaatu enana kay buña yolel buñu be buñaato le taro ki wole pour enana kama be president Adama Barrow bi la calendar ben rajang bakaw sada kono independent stadium to la hakilo baka nun kartambila wala December karoti Gambia carte fo so me alon ko mo woro wolle lota abol kono president Adama Barrow lota NPP ala manda folo kabra o ka okay coalition masakunda to ale barana dal carte Canada parti lo alota NPP ka fa National People's Party alota to ay December carte fo nyindo hakilo bakam fana ko United Democratic Party fana e Ousainou Dabo londi la Alfani GDC fana Mama Kandeh londi you have a PDOIS doy wal fana Halifa Sallah londi nga parti kuto do so NUP wala National Unity Party wala Abdoulaye Ibrahima Jammeh londi and nga mo so melota fay wa Issa Mbaye Fall former lead council TRRC wol belo raje badda Adama Barrow nata wol be bute nyama mi alon ko sanra bak so sambe stadium moto ten 5 la moy member fo kanje do mande ñaata do mande ñandi membrona buwa so wala mo Guinea Bissau la president oti wala ala sira mota sign iba ala tari ko fo kan sansi tenten president wala men la biography soto je
president Jamal lem bijar mi alon ko ebe mabela jambi Mustafa ko nga fo nyamen dong Omaru Embalo afutatale Omaru Embalo dum mo Jamal yalon ne tari ko la mi alon ka wala ke Guinea Bissau abulata carte photo ngajele ko nunto president mbeje Josmari Vaz o tumola bandula nani njangol to olon ko banko dingole atanda la ko fatela le nyemu kuleti mi alon ka keta dum Guinea Bissau anda keta tari kolte no banko president mi alon ko abe siring ka foy ko oto ya fana tari ko londi no je bake mole mi alon ko anin president Barrow temo diata bakele mole mi alon ko fana Jamalia fole ko ay Gambia kanule mo Jamalia fu fanan ko mole mi alon ko naning banku tiolu mi alon ko be Africa kono nini benta abuka sila abuka jija ka tonya foye surtout nunto Guinea Conakry la president e kana abuka ben bari ko ala tonya kan mole mi alon ko ya respect bake fan Africa tundo kan jang woto wa futatale andong sign tenting ate abe stadium mo kono le ate lem president foloti mi alon ko afutata jang ala kana nyina ko ay Josmari Vasle bute num carte fola mi alon ko aketa num ate Guinea Bissau num fang kabri woya bandula nan jangoto bari second round kabri tata wala Guinea kolu kay ko walam Guinea Bissau kolti e kay ko latetella e nata 54% of the votes ninkumo kemo kono si dula tan lulu aninane e ka ay wole gagner num of course Guinea
c'est muru ko de nga connect to the main source ka natir ka kula me alon ko wala fo kanje
Immediately after the oath taking, His Excellency the President will remain on the dais for the first national anthem to be played in honor of his new term in office as President of the Republic of the Gambia and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. His Excellency the President will thereafter return to the presidential dais. He will then be invited by the parade commander for inspection of the troops on parade. After the inspection of the troops on parade, we will witness the firing of the 21-gun salute, which shall be followed by the national anthem once more. This will immediately be followed with a march past of forces on parade in slow and in quick time, advance in review order, and 3 hearty cheers by the armed and security forces of the Gambia before us this morning. Thereafter, the parade will march off. This will be followed by a brief musical display by the Kora Symphony, also led by Jaliba Kuyate, the Gambian Kora maestro. Then His Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Mr. Adama Barrow, will address this august gathering and the nation, home and abroad. I thank you very much for your kind attention.
jandimbe burla ko deke so nyindo so si men fota kumo do man si futande molma ne ajal sa national bank wala fora juloni wala nyanta lala sainteng no bota you have inspection of the troops by Adama Barrow will take place then no bota je wala inspection after wala ka me an ko tanko bunda me mel be lori men be match pass la pare ni kabla ke jibe ke la local jibe bunya be men ka lo men ka jibe ke tanya mento then ni bota je mina kidi ka to morning killing so la wala 21 gun salute national anthem be bulalo no ko la banko wala forajulo then mina ambiance sot la jaliba kuyata ni jal tumal min bijang anenga president Adama Barrow be address dila en ku ko den kanzol sol noma
Okay, ikonna Michael Malano. Woto mbafala mobe ko wolem koti mi alanka be keren janning life nyimbe kuntulano
enen dudu jabe kacha soto jannet fo ne to la ila load lato wala to la ji ila crossiroto ning bengola karol ko benka bengola organisation ko bengola ko kol takni wala
ko
ta nyama to la cross
Gambia
karola ni la to la ila
National Army Band
ko Adama Barrow wi ko la load la to APR ko Adama Barrow gagné ka defana lata kan ani ni be diam ka fo le ko grand coalition c'est ko wala fo sa so APRC bo kono sa APRC mu to la crossiro bi bengola ko la tanya la karola duru jaala ko mo
e be mim faka wala nyinde ko ikoy mantra contanding ni nata organisation mi alon ko wala be keri aya fo adiamuta ko la bake bari ngamra be connect la follow jande ngana muruna duru jaala ko la ngamra be diamu kanne Charles so pare rek mun nga dem after ñu ñëwaat
of the Republic of the Gambia and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, GMRG. Adama Barrow, born on the 15th of February 1965, became the third president of the Republic of the Gambia and Commander-in-Chief of the Gambia Armed Forces in 2017. He hails from a small village called Mankamankunda in the Upper River region of the Gambia. He studied at Crab Island Secondary and Muslim high schools, respectively, in the capital city, Banjul. Having completed his high school education in 1988, Adama Barrow ventured into business until in 2002 when he left for the United Kingdom.
Ni ajibe sa made and connect to the main source bar ngaje ko be president wala tarik wala fuka me ala ngo fo jande so si tenta na kacala me ala ko dudu ja nga soto jande dudu ja fo ele APRC me ala ko to le kafuta parti dol kan kaje ko Adama Barrow e gagné bi to le cross roto bi lungoto
dudu ja ko mantra contande mbake ni nata organizational me ala ko ya call organizing the organizing committee me ala ko ye wala londe ko luta nyame ko e mantra contande ko la nyame ko e min expect no ko abe kala ka manke ni ite fangola crossiro do kabrina ta jambe imam moje mi APRC dandi ko dunja ye fi moje jam banko president wala of course am party wala dandi ko wala dum min kera president Adama Barrow nga nyinin ka wala munatin na ila molu manna ako imam motolle soto mi alon ko ibite la molta la wala bari ni nata IEC o lungo min nabe nomination o kala president Adama Barrow la nka ale motol sorele pour kate natina ka pour na se mabe nomination la munatinal mam moto so do kanake natina jang nga nyinin ka walla ako ye disappointment o so do woldo ako organizational ya organize nyamen ako a metol nyafa ako bari nyajibe even in KM fang ako kato le min natije for invitation atala for kati keme lulu nyongale wala nati
500 cards
500 cards ako wala nati ako bari nyajibe ako tan lulu da maye waleta eko APRC e wota
Nako
ito fana mol man son kata
nako damma kamunde jududal ni damma fo adjective only kamunde jududal
e jududal ha eko bari ne ke yalon kemelo ni tan lulu bonde oto mu dammal sa mbidum ako wo metol nyafa ila molu fanan manna kontan wo kola min sun tetel fanko e fata katol min ako wolem koti mi yalon kabe kere ila mol fanan milbe jam faring wol mam imam motol le sodo kateta oto ñimmu kulleti mi yalon ko e mantra kontan ding ala ako fanan modol bi jele mi yalon ko e katol sorole ako e ko e kol cross nyamen dol na rele be loring andu alfa la mollem ako ñimmu kulleti mi yalon ko ma ñana kela e ñanta organizing kela nu nyamen momo e kat soto e ñanta garantie sorole ko e la sirango bi jele ñanta sila dane ako bari ñim fanan ay mol jele mol mi yalon ko wolle be loring science and ten ako ay katol di tol fanan nale ila executive vol bari amanke ila executive vol beti amma fa koy man kontan wala kola ko bayri e diamutale kacara pour mol mi alon ko wolle kan nyantanala ye mabe aka man fa bakar tombo njata je jam folo bari ajikitale ko obe tarra janne
so modo so fode ni ajibe Fabakar Tombon jatale mo APRC la nyaton ko kayto to sa member loring ena dudu jala mo la diamna deputy spokesperson ka kuma parti to yala sai nyin mo mole mi yalon ko nyanta bola nyu kala mo bakala sako bi nyol wala wala na do ka ko do bi janna jikita ka bi ban maje folo yeb na karawoto itol damol tema
well ngole fa en kay yamira jamfa ko le mantra sidika akono kolbe be betare ne baden ni ñimbe ngotamira ko be mitinol sotolale ya jibe ande be saferol fanankele ya jibe kolbe kala nyame well kunun na interview sotole ni la hakilo baka na nyinin ka because right now APRC din jamal bijele mi yalon ko mantra kontande for the fact that solbaji wol iko e negotiation o kele pour wole nanan ni na ra kuute sotola bari unfortunately iko kabriol na tay arrest adaba kono bakso audio bonde kala disappointment o tan bara manke bakso dammade in fact ila deputy party leader ila first deputy that is Rambo fana audio bondi you know pour ka fala mole pour si kam wala atandi ko there is a issue a confirm le ko tonya you know itata mansa kundale ko wal solbaji wala request ko lafta nalal ni mol wala request ko lafta nalal wotumo le tolta mansa kunda ya foe o tumo la mansa kunda flole diamuta ko bari tol mantaraje ako mansa kunda fulo le diamuta ako bari kabri nyil muta ako iba katakan ne puri ni nyile diam min keta mansa kunda ako ka kuma jamal le foye mi alon ko ema understand folo nin kuma man kuma koy sotono mansa kunda bulu kuma koy tije mi alon ko abota mansa kunda bulu that seems like kolu mantara takan kuke science but at a sino la jako kolu mantara takan kuke but already I confirm le ko biwo kolu mantaku it seems like there seems to be disappointment from their side that big inauguration and then it will ko itole amako but ila mol man naka kafu ya
walva ko be silale modol fon le men boto MPP wala kuma ko kiyana ka vay ko ifana la korosiro da ko mantara takan kuke banim kul badale be silale kul kacha ko worof janni wo hani bi science tenteng ngamuru ngaji be boto kiyana membo ha
It's a breaking news. Yes. And this is big like sorry in president la politique bi ñu ko sant Cheikh Ala and the kind of media and people listen to seen taxawaay coono bi encounter John ci xaw yu fa jom en fait ñu pour sant no, I just speaking. Peace. Vamos con acá,
Ladies and gentlemen, we acknowledge the presence of Sarafina Wakana, the resident coordinator of the UN system in the Gambia, and the representatives of the UNDP, WHO, UNICEF, and other UN agencies in the Gambia. We also recognize the presence of UNOWAS SRGS Amadi, representing the UN Secretary General. The presence of UNOWAS, Mr. Amadi, who is representing the UN Secretary General. Not quite.
Your Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, I have been informed that we will soon be receiving His Excellency, the President of the Islamic Republic of Mauritania, His Excellency Mohammed Ould Sheikh El Ghazouani. We will also today receive the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, His Excellency Julius Madabio. We will also be receiving the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency George Maniwia. We will also be receiving the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo. We will also be receiving the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari. We will also receive the President of the Republic of Senegal, His Excellency Macky Sall. And we will also be receiving the President of the Republic of Togo, His Excellency Fatou Isozima Nyasembe. And this part of the program will climax by the arrival of His Excellency the President-elect of the Republic of the Gambia, Mr. Adama Barrow. While we await the arrival of the President of the Islamic Republic of Mauritania, I will allow the Gambia Armed Forces Band to continue entertaining us. Bandmaster, sir.
Okay, very much.
Your Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the President of the Islamic Republic of Mauritania,
Charles.
His Excellency Mohammed Ould Sheikh El Ghazouani.
All right, thank you very much. Welcome back. Still, you're watching Kerr, Fatou, and we are broadcasting live from the Independent Stadium. Of course, we are about to witness the arrival of the President of Mauritania. He is already here. As you can see, Madingol Silandung, mbe Mauritania la President la photo mbe wole witness kan science and tenting. Mohamed coming commande Mohamed Ould Sheikh Ahmed ate me alon ko Mauritania la President wolem after the science and tenting awuluta December karo telinano 1956 sangola mole mi alon ko fang aboda Mauritania banko ka andon politician wolem andon mole mi alon ko fay ko sojar wolem fanang sojaria bula o tumola be general olem num fang o andon on the 9th atelem Mauritania la President kononton jangoti kabriya commencé ka President ol soro Mauritania banko kan atelem mo konontoti mi alon ko aketa President oti ate Mauritania banko kan molem mi alon ko ay maralo commencé of August karo atili follow 2019 sangola ay mararo commencé al nyaba la tenten ate Mauritania banko kan atemu former Director General of National Security akiranu wotile Mauritania banko kan ando atelem ela nunto Chief of Staff ti ela Armed Forces wala mela sojaro la kunton kote akiranu wo fanantile ate Mauritania banko kan 2008 kara fo 2018 kan atelem Defense Minister num fananga akiranu wo fanantile Mauritania banko kan wokeno October karo 2018 kara fo March karo 2019 mo mi alon ko asutiata ta bake mi alon ko asutiata ala bake le fam mi alon ko ka commande Mohamed Abdul Aziz ko wole kira multi mi alon ko fam anin wole dunta nyola pour ka je ko asike president oti fam akake president oti jon karo atil mo wannim fula 2019 kabrin carte fayo botala non ko ay victory ba soro van Mauritania la presidential election kabrin carte fayo sorota kake bankola mo foloti mi alon ko ko ay pawata Cairo kan wala nyindi ko ka president ya diala Cairo kan watara hani problem man soro ka tuabol kamen commande peaceful transition ko mo kuleti mi alon ko akera woto wole moti mi alon ko afra science and tenting mi alon ko wole Mauritania la president oti al nyabatile kan science and tenting atemu multi fana mi alon ko jamali afoko banko president ko banko president wala mo balem ando ko diata bakele min keta president Adama Barrow mole mi alon ko afanam futadale al nyabala mi bendun tenting wala ami bojan siso hoti ami bojan siso ba takan ne science and ten pour kada asala sirangota mole mi alon ko atle Mauritania la president oti odo afanan nata kam mabe pour banko president wala inauguration wala jamal ka kumandi kalendiro la mi alon ko wala be caring woto wala koti mi alon ko abe caring science intende woto mba falale don albe ker Fatou le jibe kan science intende banko president wala inauguration mi alon ko wala be caring science intende be Independent Stadium molto la mi alon ko mo jamal findira pour kaje ko ka odo ngata ni national anthem la ngamuru nan folo
Excellencies, we welcome once again the President of the Islamic Republic of Mauritania, His Excellency Mohammed Ould Sheikh El Ghazouani.
أهلا وسهلا يا رئيسنا من موريتانيا، مرحبا بك بما تعبت في هذه السفر. أهلا وسهلا يا رئيسنا. بسم الله.
Your Excellencies, Your Excellencies, esteemed invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, while we once again welcome the President of the Republic of Guinea-Bissau, His Excellency Umari Sissoho Embalo, and the President of the Islamic Republic of Mauritania, His Excellency Mohammed Ould Sheikh El Ghazouani, we shall be receiving in succession the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, His Excellency Julius Maada Bio, the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency George Manneh Weah, the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, the President of the Republic of Senegal, His Excellency Macky Sall, the President of the Republic of Togo, His Excellency Fatou Esozima Nyasembe. And this will be followed by the arrival into the square of His Excellency, the President-elect of the Republic of the Gambia, Mr. Adama Barrow. Thank you. Your Excellencies, esteemed invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, His Excellency Julius Maada Bio. Excellencies, esteemed invited guests, please rise for the national anthem of the Republic of Sierra Leone. You're welcome, Your Excellency.
Would I tell you welcome, sir? You know the Gambian. The half na Gambian, the half na Salon. The whole Gambia they be you. Because now family they are ready to you. The First Lady Fatou Dabo will tell you say welcome, thank you, President Madabio. And they tell you make it be peace. Nothing not for you. Is it?
The military. When the military is on, you don't talk. You have another president coming.
You may resume your seats. Your Excellencies, esteemed invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency George Manewia. You are welcome, Your Excellency. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of the Republic of Liberia.